This video is going to show you how to complete page 135 out of your math book. It says a circle to the right has a diameter of 12 centimeters. Calculate the area of the shaded region. So we're just looking for the area of the shaded region. An area for the shaded region, it's basically asking you how many 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter squares fit inside this shaded part of the circle. And I got the 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter because I'm seeing they're doing the measurements in centimeters. And with a diameter of 12 centimeters, from here to here, it's 12 centimeters, okay? From there to there, or there to there, it's 12 centimeters for that whole entire thing, okay? But we don't need the diameter to find the area of a circle, because the area of a full circle, the formula is pi times the radius squared. Pi to the radius times the radius to the second power. And that 12 centimeters is the diameter. We don't want the diameter, so therefore we must find the radius. So from there to there it's 12 centimeters, and radius would be half of 12, which is 6 centimeters, okay? And also we don't need the area of a full circle because it is only 1/4 of a circle. So I'm going to rewrite the equation. Area of 1/4 of a circle. Okay? And we're going to start with the full area, but you gotta just take 1/4 of it. So there's that. I just tack it on there and then keep everything else the same. Okay? Another way to write this is by going pi radius squared and then dividing by 4. Because dividing by 4 is the same as multiplying by 1/4. You will get the exact same answer. Okay? So use either formula, because they're the same thing. Use either format to help you figure out the area of just this shaded region. So here we go. So 1/4, or you can do 1 divided by 4, which is 0.25, 25 hundredths, if you want. You can be flexible with your numbers as long as they're equivalent to each other. Okay, and then the radius was 6, but we got to square it. Or that's a 6. We can go pi times 6 squared divided by 4, and we'll get the same answer. Okay? So 6 squared is 36, so I'm just going to kind of keep simplifying this. And I'm sorry, but I ran out of room. I'm just going to go straight under it, okay? 1/4 times pi times 36. And you're like, well, why didn't you put multiply in there? Because when they're all smushed together like that, that means multiply, okay? Or we can go pi 6 squared times 36 divided by 4. Same, still the same. All right, you know what I can do? I can go ahead and take 1/4 of 36 if you want. You don't have to go 1/4 times pi times 36. You can switch the order when you're multiplying, okay? Just maintain the sign in front of it. These are all positive numbers, so it makes it easier. So 1/4 of 36 is 9, so this is 9 pi, okay? And right here, I can go 36 divided by 4, which is 9, and pi, so 9 pi. Okay, that's the exact answer. It's in terms of pi. I'm going to go ahead and show you if you would have used 3.14 times 9. That's not real pi. That's just the approximate of pi, because pi goes on forever. It's an irrational number. It goes on forever, and I don't have forever to type that in my calculator, plus there's no room. Times 9 equals 28 and 26 hundredths, approximately, because we had to round pi to 3.14. Oh, it's not units, it's specifically centimeters squared. That's a C, okay? And then therefore we get the same exact answer here. Now if you use the pi button on your calculator, since it's got more numbers with it, it's longer in length, it'll probably be slightly different. So let me go and show you that. 9 times pi, 9 times my pi button. See how it's slightly different, 28 and 27 hundredths. See how it's a little bit different. I used 3.14 here. I used the pi button on my calculator. Slightly different. Both are acceptable. But keep in mind to look and see if they say, hey, use 3.14 for pi. If they do that, you have to use what they tell you to use, okay? If it doesn't specify, then it doesn't really matter, okay? Same thing here. All right, now the next part of the question. Sasha Barry and Kyra wrote 3 different expressions for the area of the shaded region. Describe what each student was thinking about the problem based on his or her expression. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, each of these 3 kids is correct, but the way that they approach the problem varies, and it's different because there's more than one way to do math, okay? So you just want to do the way that makes the most sense to you. So Sasha's expression says 1/4 pi times 6 squared. So that's what we did right here. So she calculated the area of just the shaded region. So she just went straight for that. She's like, oh yeah, it's 1/4 of it. So she just did that. So Sasha calculated the area of just the shaded region, which is 1/4 of the circle. That's where this 1/4 comes from, which is 1/4 of the whole circle. Okay, and then we got good old Barry here, and this is what he did. Let's see, he went pi radius squared, so he did the whole circle, and looks like he subtracted 3/4 of the circle. So Barry found the area of the whole thing and then subtracted all this white stuff right here, just so that he would get just the shaded part remaining. So that's what he did. Okay. Barry found the area of the whole circle, then subtracted, that says subtracted, the unshaded region. And the unshaded region is 1, 2, 3, 3 out of the 4, 3/4 of the whole circle. This would leave just the area of the shaded part. So if you take the whole thing, subtract this, you just get this. This is just the area of the shaded part. Okay, and let's see what Kyra did. So pi r squared, that right there is a full circle. It looks like she took half of it. You know, she multiplied by 1/2, or divided by 2, same thing. Then she must have taken half of that. So when you take a half of a half, you end up with a 1/4, and that's a 1/4. Okay, that makes sense. Kyra found the area of half the circle right there. Okay, and that's half the circle. Then multiplied that by 1/2 to get the area, that says area, of the shaded region. Okay, so when you take a half of a half, you get a 1/4. 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4. 1/4 pi radius squared.